Good morning friends, welcome back to Parnika tutorials. In this video, I want to discuss what is a variable, why Python is called dynamically typed, and what are the rules you need to follow whenever you are giving a name to the variable. All these concepts I will discuss in detail for you. So I request everyone to watch the complete video for better understanding. First, let me define what is a variable. A variable is a name given to a memory location. Is it clear? It is a name given to the memory location. Now, whenever we want to store something, it will be stored in a particular location of the memory. We will access the memory by the help of the address. But remembering the address will be very difficult. So instead of that one, we will give a name to that memory location. Suppose let's take that I have given a statement like a is equal to 10. Now the value 10 will be stored in some memory location, and then the name of that memory location we are representing with the help of a. Is it clear? So this is what giving a name to the memory location. Now it is the basic unit of storage in a program. Meaning is that whenever we want to store something, we will use the variables. Now Python is not statically typed. Meaning is that if you look at the C program, every variable we need to give the data type. So the syntax of declaring a variable is that you need to specify the data type and then you have to specify the variable name. Then you can assign the value to that variable. Variable name is equal to some constant. Okay, so this is the way you have to declare and assign some value to the variable. Now this data type can be an integer, it can be a char, or it can be a float. So the best example I can give it as int some a, then I will write a is equal to 5. Is it clear? If I write print of percentage %da, then it will display the value 5. And remember one more important point. If you declare the variable a, and if you are trying to print the value, suppose let's take that if I write the statement called print of percentage %d a, okay, then what value it will give? It will give the garbage value, because we does not assign any value to this variable, so it will give a garbage value. Is it clear? Now you can ask me, sir, in the Python series, why you are teaching the C? Because you need to understand this one. Now let me discuss what will happen in the Python. Okay, this is the way you will write it in the C language, but how it will work in the Python. Now whenever you are using any variable in the Python, you no need to declare them. Directly you can assign the value to the variable. Suppose simply like that. Suppose let's take that you want to assign a value 10 to the variable b. So you can simply write b is equal to 10. And if you want to print the value, you will write print b. That's all. The value 10 will be printed. Now you are not specifying what data type this variable is, whether it is an integer, whether it is a string, whether it is a boolean variable, whether it is a complex variable, that you are not specifying here, because you no need to declare the data type. Now you will have a one doubt, sir, I simply written C. I did not assign any value to this variable. If I do like this, will it allow? No, it will not allow, because you need to assign some value. In a C language, if you say int a, then if you write print of percentage %da, then it will give a garbage value. But now you want to just declare, not declare. If you want to use the variable C and you are not assigning any value to that variable C, it will not allow. The Python interpreter will not allow you to use it, and it will give an error for you. I hope you have understood this one. Now let me discuss the rules for giving a name to the variable. Now let's take that any human being, when they have born, their grandparents or the parents will give a name. How they will give the name? But they will go to the pujaari and they will say that the person has born in this particular time and particular date. So tell me which alphabet we should use to give a name. Suppose if we say J, then they will give Jagadish. If they say P, they will tell you Parnika. Like that, they will give certain names based on the alphabet. Similarly, for the variable also we need to follow certain rules. The rules is that the first rule is that the variable name should be consists of or a combination of characters. It is a combination of characters from A to Z, whether it is a capital A to capital Z or a small a to small z, and digits from 0 to 9 and underscore. There will be no special symbols will be allowed whenever you want to use a name for the variable. So a variable is a combination of characters, digits and underscore. And remember one important point. A variable name should either start with a character or with an underscore. It should not start with a digit. Meaning is that, suppose let's take that if I want to use a variable called 9 sum is equal to 10, this is not permitted. It is not a valid variable because the variable is starting with a digit. Suppose if I want to use underscore sum, this is a valid variable. Similarly, if I use sum 9, it is a valid because it is a combination of characters, digits. Okay, there is no underscore in this one. And the first alphabet in the variable is a character. So the first character in the variable, it can be a character or it can be an underscore. It should not be a digit. And one more important thing is that whenever you are using a variable, you should not use keywords. Okay, we have certain keywords. Simply let's take that. Let me give a simple example. You will have a if. It is a keyword. What is the meaning of the keyword is already there is a pre-existing meaning for these keywords. We cannot change the meaning of that one. So if we will use it in the condition statements. Okay, so this one you cannot use it as a variable. Meaning is that you cannot say if is equal to 10. This is an invalid. The interpreter will not allow you. It will give an error for you. So the thing is that you cannot use the keywords in the variable. And similarly, blank spaces or white spaces are not allowed. Okay, blank spaces are not allowed. Meaning is that whenever I kept a channel, means YouTube channel, I gave the name as Parnika Tutorials. Now if you see Parnika space tutorials, we will write. Now I want to assign some value 10 to this one. If I want to consider Parnika tutorials as a variable, that is not allowed because Parnika, there is just blank space, then tutorials, that is not allowed. If you want to use, you can combine this by using an underscore, that is permitted. Is it clear? So blank spaces are not allowed, keywords are not allowed. The first character in the variable should be either a character or a digit or underscore. It cannot be a digit. And a variable is a combination of characters, digits and underscore. And one more thing, the variables are case sensitive. What is meant by case sensitive is if you declare or if you use a variable called a is equal to 10, you can use small a is equal to 5. These are two different variables. Meaning is that one is a capital A and another one is a small a. Is it clear? Similarly, let's take that you have written capital A is equal to 5, and if you are printing small a, then it will give an error for you. Is it clear? So what I want to say here is that it is a case sensitive. So capital A and small a are two different variables. So I hope you have understood what is a variable, why Python is called dynamically typed, okay, and then what are the rules you need to follow. Is it clear? If you still have any doubts related to this concept, feel free to ask me in the comment section. Now we will implement these things in Jupyter Notebook. When we have discussed the rule, we have discussed that a variable name should be a combination of characters, digits and an underscore. Meaning is that it should not consist of any special symbols. Now let me verify that one. I am giving the name of the variable as a and at the rate. Now at the rate is a special symbol and I am assigning a value 10. Now we will verify whether it is a valid variable or invalid. Now you can see that A is not defined. So it is giving an error for you because we cannot use a special symbol in the name of the variable. Now we will discuss the next rule. What is the next rule we have discussed? Any variable should either start with a character or it should be an underscore. It should not start with a digit. Now let me show an example. 1a is equal to 10. Now here the name of the variable is 1a. So it is starting with 1. Now we will compile this one and we'll see invalid syntax. So the first character in a variable is not a digit. It should be either a character or an underscore. Now we will see. We will use an underscore a is equal to 10. Now we will verify whether it is a valid one or invalid one. See, it is a valid one. If I try to print that value, print underscore a, then I will get the value as 10 because we are storing the value 10 in that variable. Whenever I am trying to print that value, I am getting the output as 10. So this is correct. Now the next rule we have said that we should not use any keywords as a name of the variable. Now if is a keyword. Now if I am using if as a name of the variable, it should not a valid one. We will verify. See, invalid syntax because if is a keyword, we should not use the keywords as the variables. Now, let me discuss the few more things. What is the next rule we have discussed? It should not consist of any blank spaces. Now, let's take that x space y is equal to 10. Now, if this is the variable name, we will verify whether it is a valid one or invalid one. It is an invalid because the white spaces or the blank spaces are not allowed in between the name of the variable. Now, I want to use an underscore in between them. X underscore y is equal to 10. We'll verify whether it is a valid or invalid. See, it is working fine. Now if I print the thing like print x underscore y, I will get the output as 10. So it is working fine for me. I hope you have understood the concept related to the variables. If you still have any doubts related to the variables, feel free to ask me in the comment section. I will try to clear your doubts as early as possible. Thank you for watching the complete video. Have a nice day.